Right as soon as I open the pop here. How is it going, everybody? Wesley from Marlee Paranormal,
Sure, right, so.
and we are blessed today to have Zara Hilton with us today. Thanks so much for joining us today, Zara.
Thank you.
Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for the invite, Wes and John.
It's our pleasure, actually. It's very much our pleasure to have
Absolutely.
you on.
Absolutely. So let's see here. I like to start out by just asking our guests what got them interested in the paranormal. So, Zara, what got you interested in all this?
Well, what got me into the paranormal is I've always had an interest in it since I was a small child. But I would say the first thing is my uncle died. And it was 3 days after he died, and I woke up during the night, and he was there at the bottom of my bed, and he came to visit to say goodbye, basically. And around about the same time, whereas my hometown was quite heavily bombed during the Second World War, where my house was in between, well, our back garden backed onto a graveyard, and the next road across from us, directly opposite, there was a hospital. So, you're between the living and the dead. And it was a few times I heard like World War, sort of like warplanes going overhead, a few times, and which I thought was unusual because it's not something you hear over my hometown. And yeah, the sort of, let's just say, paranormal things runs in my family anyway.
Dang. Wow. and it is interesting how so many times it starts with a family member passing and then seeing them. I had the same type of experience, and wow, with you, so you're hearing those warplanes overhead, but it's just as if you're like back in the time there. That's wow, mind
Well,
blowing.
those houses actually go back to, I think they date back to pre-war.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, and it's like the old toilet outside, the old, the coal hut. Some of the houses had them. When our house was originally built, there was no bathroom. It was an extension at a later date. When we moved in, the bathroom was already there, but yeah, there were, from the original build, there was no bathroom.
Wow.
It was outside, or the old bathing things they used to have.
They'd call it a chamber pot back in the day.
From it wouldn't surprise me, John. It really wouldn't.
Chamber pot, throw it out the window.
Yeah. Yeah, but I would like to say though, the day my mum got the phone call to say that my uncle died, some people know the circumstances, some people don't. But I'm not going to go into that. I was at the top of the stairs. I'll never forget it. I've come down the stairs. It was about halfway down. My mum's picked up the phone, and all you hear her say is like, "Yes, I know." The night what happened, my mum dreamt it.
Okay, well.
The night it happened. Oh.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
There are some crazy. My nan was very much like that as well. She used to have a dream about one of her bingo friends dying, and 2 weeks later they died. And it got to after about the third or fourth person, his bingo friends was like, "Oh my God, Jessie, for God's sake, no more dreams."
It's almost if precognition or something kind of very much runs through your family on the female line then.
Oh well, it's with my mum, she's supposed to have healing hands. My sister is a Reiki master.
Okay, yeah.
I have been told I'm supposed to be a touch feel, which is like if somebody gave me like an item of jewelry, or I'm just using a pair of scissors for an example. I would be able to get feelings or thoughts from that, but it's not something that I've pursued myself. I have had things that I have been able to do, but it was in my teenage years, which tends to be, times if you do have something tends to die out. So if I had something before my teens, I don't really know. I would say now it is, I'm not psychic, I'm not a medium. And with the angel card readings that I do, I just allow spirit to help guide me to the cards that person, and to give the reading that person needs to hear. Even though I read a book, those cards that are actually chosen from my hands, is actually guided from spirit. Because it's somebody asked me, how is it? How do you manage to pull the cards? And it's with one set, I do completely fan them out, and I run my hand across the cards, and what it's like a magnetic pull. And I always tend to use this finger to home in on the card. But it's just your hand just you just feel the pull. So it's not my energy. It's something that I can't completely explain it, but that's the best that I can explain it. It's like a magnetic pull. And then you just hone in onto that card. But yes. But yeah, there's many a story I could tell with experiences, also with the experiences here, and things from happening as a child, even as a teenager. Lots and lots of things happened with me, but it's never been something that I've been frightened of. It's never scared me, even with the things that happen here that I happen to hear, or if it's something that I happen to see. It's just like, oh, okay. I'm quite blasé with it, maybe a little bit too blasé with it. But where it's, I suppose, something of a normality for me, it's just like, oh yeah, okay, all right,
it's happening.
It's happening.
Well, I truly think we're all blessed with different gifts. Like, not everybody is a medium or a psychic medium that can see dead people or communicate with the deceased, but everybody sort of connects to the earth, or that kind of stuff. I find myself as like more of like the empath aspect. Like, I'll get the chills a lot of times. Like, something's running down my back, and I'll get that a lot.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
And a lot of times it's like energy that's negative from somebody else that I'm disseminating or something, like pulling that energy away. And it's I can understand that. I don't know if it's because of what I have, or if it's because I've been told that I'm quite empathic, but if there's a good vibe and suddenly the air changes, I can change sort of from 1 second to the next. No, with having bipolar, I don't know if I know it's sort of, it could be because of that, because I'm just picking up on it. Or is it because of this
slight empathic or empathy that I've got. You know, it could be a mixture of the two. I don't really know, but yeah, with if somebody's walking on my grave, or you know, or somebody's, you know, you can cut the room with a knife. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I dropped out there for a minute. Hangouts just said it quit on me, and then I hit the OK button.
Oh, is that what happened?
I just clicked the link to come back in, and I just came right back in. So
yeah, I noticed
that. Don't worry about it.
I didn't even see you disappear there. I just saw Red Sail Paranormal has joined the video call, and is like, I didn't know he left.
Somebody tried calling, and then I ignored the call, and then that started screwing things up, and then it just kicked me right off this call. Yeah, so then I just came back in. So sorry about that, but I guess they didn't know I was podcasting. Most people know I'm podcasting on Monday, so they know when I go live.
Yeah, it tends to be the way of it these days. Yeah. We go by my days off, and it just seems like it's always a Monday these days, and which works. It's nice. It's right after Ray, and Ray's got a great stream that he does before this, and
he does. But he does, yeah.
Yeah,
it's a great way if you don't get to see, you know, people's videos separately during the week, just to have like however an hour, 2 hour slot there, and you can just see it all in one go.
Yeah, it's such a nice thing. You can just sit back for a couple hours, watch all the videos that you've been wanting to see, but just haven't been able to had a chance to click on, and then get all in one dose, and later you can go back and comment on their videos and
and socialize at the same time.
You can just talk to them right there, which is awesome. But yeah, I absolutely love that.
Me too.
So yeah,
I do too.
You can't always catch everybody, so you know, it's nice when you can go back and just kind of see a whole bunch of stuff right there, and then you go back and whatever intrigues you the most you watch, and we try to all support each other as much as we can, but you can't join in every stream at every minute, right? So we've all also got our own lives, so it's awesome that people take the time and they do that, you know, just for some of us that need to catch up on other people's work and stuff like that. It's important, you know, so
of course.
It's a great thing that he's doing. So yeah, that's just my take on it though.
Yeah, and
no, I completely agree.
Speaking of people watching, John, we've got 11 people in our chat today, and we've got the Dream Girl
I
there.
did post it out a few places as well earlier.
That's awesome. Thank you.
And I know Mags has too. So
yeah, nice.
Thank you both. That's awesome.
Yeah, thanks so much, you guys.
Yeah, we do have
you're welcome.
Ruby Jules, Hell's House. We've got the Dream Girl. Hey, she's hot.
Don't go blushing now, Wes.
That would be the love of my life.
Yeah.
She's gonna be starting a YouTube channel pretty soon here. Talking about her dreams and stuff, and some paranormal stuff. I'm gonna gift her one of my ghost boxes, and she's gonna start doing some stuff, and I'm gonna annotate her sessions for her. So that should be interesting. So, guys, if you want to go ahead and give her a subscribe, she'll be doing some new stuff really soon.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah. That
is pretty good.
Where's my drink? The one thing I forgot.
I'm the same way, but I have like a ton of drinks. But
never mind. Here it is. Oh, just put it down over here. Still getting this new office sorted out. My girlfriend.
You're doing an office up there, are you?
Yeah. My girlfriend went to the church. The church was having a yard sale, and they were closing, so everything went to half off. And they had this globe, and it was like it was $15, and it was $7.50. They talked her down to $5. So it's this old globe. They brought it home. I looked it up on the internet. It's selling for $80 used on eBay.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Yeah, so that was $75. Yeah, it was pretty good. It's a nice old globe too, so it looks really nice. It's got detail and everything. It's really nice. Cool. It's like from the early 1900s or something like that.
So Zara, I had a question for you. I know you said you weren't going to give any tips or trades of the secrets before we went on, but what advice do you have for people who are just getting into the field, getting into the paranormal field, wanting to do their ghost box sessions or investigate, just full-on investigation, stuff like that? What would you?
I think the first thing and the most important thing is is to be honest and to be truthful, like I say on all my streams and all my videos.
Yeah.
Do your research.
Yeah.
Don't just listen to one person, but take advice from various sources, because not any one person is an expert in the field. You have people that have various degrees of experience.
Yeah.
So try and learn as much as you can from various different people. From one of my, I think it was one of my ghost box videos that I did. If you are lucky enough to have the box, is take the time to get to know the box. And what I actually mean by that is to listen to it, listen to the suite. See, you'll be able to judge where best that you will be able to ask the questions, and where's the quieter part where you can ask them, and where's best to and which areas that you need to listen. And with regards to, and if you've got to the point that you think that you want to start annotating, is don't rush it. Don't just do the session, annotate it in a couple of hours and upload it the same day. Because I guarantee you, the next time you listen to it, you're going to hear stuff that you didn't hear the first time. With me, I always listen 3 to 4 times. The first run that I do is just what I hear there and then. The second run that I do is, I'll keep going back and listening to bits and then adding to what I've already done. And if I'm doing 3 runs, then what I do, as I'm lucky because, well, obviously I do have a mentor, then Glenn and I'll sit down and we'll just do a final run through just to make sure that I have everything there. And if I may have missed something, or if I've actually got something wrong. But say if you're lucky to have a mentor, ask them for that, if they can do that final run with you. So if it's something that you've missed, they can go through with you, the breakdown of it, and so then that you'll know for the next time.
Yeah.
But don't rush. Do not rush annotating just to get a session up, because what sometimes will happen, you'll end up taking it down, you'll re-annotate it again, and then it might be something else that you've missed, and then you take it down, and then you're uploading it. So it might be you're re-uploading it about 3-4 times. So it's best to take 3, 4, 5 days a week, however long it takes. Get your annotation as almost 100% as you can, and then upload it.
Yeah.
And also, if you're not 100% sure on a word, or if it might be a sounds like, hang on a minute, I just need to cancel that. If it's anything like that, if you're not almost 100% sure what that word says, leave it out.
Yeah. Okay.
It's something that I've been taught, and I know that it's been taught to others. It's, if in doubt, leave it out.
Okay.
It's better to leave something out than to leave it in and get it completely wrong.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Yeah.
I
know there's been several times where I haven't been sure on a word, and I've just done a guesstimate on it and said, okay, I'll just write this on it. But yeah, that makes a lot of sense to just leave it out. And
I even made the same mistake when I first started annotating. I was like, no, I want to get the sessions out. But me personally, I do not do a session unless everything feels right. I feel right. The ambiance feels right. Everything has to fit before I do a session. If I'm feeling slightly off, I will not do a session.
So it's not one of those things where you've got to crank out a video, so you've got to do a session and get it done, and
no,
you don't think about that way. Just it's the moment, when it's right, and it's not worrying about.
If it feels right for me, then that's the time to do the video. It could be a week, it could be a couple of weeks, it could be a month, it could be a couple of months between session, or it could even be a couple of days. It just really depends on the atmosphere. Everything feels right, and you'll just know within yourself that it feels right.
Yeah. I know that feeling. Yeah, that's.
But don't rush anything. There's no need to rush it. It's not a competition who can get the best evidence out there. This, that, or the other. It's just take your time with it. It's a passion that you enjoy, so why rush it?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's from starting off the session to annotating the session to uploading the session and allowing others to enjoy that evidence that you've got. It's an enjoyment, so why rush it?
Yeah, that's true.
You might as well enjoy yourself. Doesn't matter how many times you listen over to the session before you put it up. Just enjoy the whole experience from start to finish.
Yeah.
So, John, do you have? Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, another thing, a good tip that I picked up is once you've done a session, especially if it's one that you annotate, is keep a written log. I have a book. I haven't got it nearby at the moment. And what I actually keep in there is the date, what box that I used, and any notes. And then on another page, what I actually do is write down in the order that I got them, whether it was an EVP, what it was. I don't necessarily put down what question that I asked, but then I write down every single reply, that like direct replies or replies that are relevant. Now that's another thing as well, another tip I'll give you in a minute. Because from seeing something on screen to actually seeing something written down, sometimes if you see something written down, you'll actually see a story build.
Yeah.
Whereas you might not necessarily see it if you're just watching it on the video, because all you're seeing is the words coming back at you. But as you'll see it, but with it written down, you can actually analyze the session as well. And then you can also see, okay, where they kept mentioning a lot about X. So maybe on my next session, I can follow on from that session and ask them questions with regards to what they said on the session before. So then you're sort of building up on a particular subject. If it looks like that they want to talk about a certain subject, or it's from a subject that you've been talking about and that you've had lots of replies on. So you can see from their replies what questions to ask on your next session. As well. That makes a
lot of sense. That really makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it does.
And also one major and one big tip I will give. Well, another 2 tips. Never let spirit lead the session. And what I mean by that is, if a spirit is telling you stuff, don't go by what they say.
No, yeah.
You ask the questions. You're the one leading the session. So that's, and this is, some people, they'll let spirit lead the session. But a lot of the most seasoned investigators and the experienced investigators, they will lead the session. I think that some people may get a bit mixed up on that. Yeah, you're the one that's in control, so you're the one that takes charge. And also, if you annotate, if you want to make the most sense out of this session, so when other people watch it back, they're going to know what's what and this, that, and the other, is to, if you've asked a question, is to annotate the direct replies, because that is the most important evidence there. Mm-hmm. Most of my stuff is just the direct replies. There's other bits, like if something it's the demons, the devils, the hellos, and another few other little bits and bits I'll leave in there because I know people like them.
Okay.
But don't, if you're going to annotate, don't put every single thing that you hear into on your annotation, because it's not going to make sense.
Yeah.
Plus, it takes forever too.
Oh yeah.
It takes forever as well. So, and leave space between asking the question and then asking your next question as well. Because it can be that sometimes spirit, it might take a couple of sweeps on the radio before you get your answer.
So how much time would you say is a good portion? I guess would be the word.
What, to leave it from question to question?
Yeah.
I'd say a couple of sweeps.
Mm-hmm.
A couple of sweeps is probably good. You'll if it. Sometimes you'll hear that reply straight away. Mm-hmm. So then you won't need to wait a few sweeps. So then you can just go straight on to the next question. Mm-hmm. But if you don't hear it later, what can also happen as well is you might actually get the answer to that question a couple of questions further ahead. Mm-hmm. So, or you could actually get the answer to that question even before you've asked the question.
Right.
That can happen as well. So.
Yeah, I think I was getting my mind kind of like EVPs, where you would wait 5 seconds, but it's more waiting for the sweep or just waiting to see if you get the reply right away.
Yeah, it's like sometimes you'll get something straight away. Sometimes you'll have to wait. Sometimes you won't get it. Sometimes you'll get it later on in the session. You know, it's let's just say us people that are alive. You know, we think things of like A, B, C, D, E, F. Mm-hmm. Whereas spirit, from some of the stuff that I've managed to get with the way that they reply, it's not necessarily A, B, C, D. It might be A, B, E, F, C. Mm. So, but yeah. I know it's a lot of information, but
yes.
You know, that's a shortened down version. Obviously, you know, there's more to it. You've got like your multi-layers, and you know, stuff being said reversed, and stuff being said really fast, and you won't hear it unless you slow it down. Yeah. But I would say that those are the main points. Mm-hmm. And be submissive to spirit. Mm-hmm. You just got to think, you know, I always keep in my mind, you know, they were once alive. How, if I was spirit, how would I want to be treated? You know, would I want to be treated with, it's like, give me this answer, you do this, I want this, that type of thing. But if you're very, you know, spirits, can you please? And if you hear something, thank you, spirits. You know, be very appreciative, and it's just just like you know, two people treat people how you want to be treated.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you know, if you want to be treated with respect, then you know, you treat them with respect, and the same thing goes for spirit as well.
Yeah.
So if you're going to be quite negative to them, don't be surprised if you're going to get negative stuff back.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, you have to think spirits are people in spirit form, and they want to be treated, like you said, with respect. And and so why not? Anything from you, John?
Honestly, something I like to do is call out timestamps. when I hear something, I'll call out what the timestamp is, like on the
Mm-hmm.
phone when I'm recording it. So I'll just call it out, and then that way somebody can, if they hear it, and it's like 35 seconds, and that way I don't have to write it all down. And that
That's a
just
good
kind of
idea.
helps me. But something
Yeah.
like, you're right, though. I should go back and listen to things like, because before I was putting out content kind of like just to put content out in the beginning when I was excited about things.
We all
And then
do
later,
that.
yeah, and then later on, I mean, certain people kind of said, "Hey, man, slow down, do this, do that," and then it started coming, and then it was like, "Okay, okay, I can remember how to do this now." It took me a little while to get back into it, and
Mm-hmm.
so that was like one of the things was like kind of quality control was like, yeah, okay, I hear this now, but will I hear it tomorrow? Will I hear it the next day?
Well, this is it. Well,
So
another thing also as well is sometimes you might hear something real time, like
yeah,
over the spirit box. A classic example: I was out with my best mate, and we were at a palace, and I think I asked where we were, if they could tell us where we were,
yeah,
and in real time we heard palace. But when I was back home reviewing the evidence, there was no palace there. But the pair of us heard it in real time. So sometimes what you might actually hear may not necessarily be on the playback. When you're
yeah.
reviewing your evidence, it might not actually be there.
I think
Or
why
you might listen to it once and it says one thing, and you might listen to it again and it'll end up saying something completely different.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, spirit can be crafty at times when they want to be. So I found out.
Zara, I got to point something out here. I was watching your video yesterday where you're talking about how you have a hater on there. And I'm looking at our video right now, and we've got 51 dislikes on there. It's hilarious.
It's good for your stats, Wes.
Yeah, that's funny. First time ever. That's fun.
Oh dear. Well, it's good for your stats. Doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah. I just thought it was funny because I was just watching your video yesterday where you were saying that somebody's got a dislike for you, and I just look over to the dislikes. I see 51. I'm like, wow.
Well, all I can say is somebody must really love me.
Oh, thanks for the help, guys. Really appreciate it.
Wow. Oh dear.
I got tears in my eyes. That's so funny.
Sometimes when I look at the thumbs down button too, it's like, well, what could I have done better? And if it's just somebody that just people that don't like you, then it's like, okay, fine, you don't like me. I wear them with a badge of honor.
Yeah, we all learn. We're all learning. It doesn't matter if we're in the beginning of our journey, whether we're just doing ITC or if we're doing investigation as well. We all appreciate criticism. Not like the total slander but criticism of perhaps what we can do better or any advice. I know that you guys are up for that. I've only been doing this a year, so I still class myself as a newbie, and I will do for quite a few years yet, in comparison to some other people. So if there's something that I can do better, or if there's something that I can improve on, I actually welcome it, because I know it'll help me in producing the best evidence that I can to help with the mounting evidence that there is out there.
Absolutely. Constructive feedback is the best kind of feedback. For
sure. Of course, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It helped me in the beginning. Absolutely. With constructive criticism. Somebody saying, hey man, this isn't the right way to do it. This is what you got right. Here's what you missed. This is now you know what to listen for the next time. You know, and that's a heck of a lot better than somebody going, "You're the worst," and blah blah blah, and everything else, and that and this other thing, you know. And then you're like, "Well, okay, thanks." And then I go and feel bad for 10 minutes, and then you know I want to come back to it. So it's like whatever. And
well, we all have to start from somewhere. So you know, absolutely. We all make mistakes at the beginning. You know, we're not all experts from the word go. We can all annotate. We can all do this. We can all do that. No, we can't. We all learn just like everybody else. So you know, some people if they're quick learners. Other people it takes time, and it also depends on you know, how their contact with spirit is. I know some people that they can wait months or years before they actually build up like the good connection that they need.
Yeah.
And other people, it'll be there right from the word go. Yeah. You know, it's just. But yeah, you know, we all started at the beginning. We all started at the bottom of the game, so to say.
Yeah, you do see a lot of people start slow, and then all of a sudden they just build up to.
Yeah,
absolutely incredible.
Yeah. But I would say, you know, don't rush anything. Go at your own go at your own pace. You know. So it's nobody else's journey. It's your journey.
That's right. Yeah.
It's your own personal journey. What you're documenting.
Yeah.
So there is no reason to rush it. Just for just for your viewers, or you think, oh, better get a video out. No, go at your own pace.
Yep.
Go at your own pace. Enjoy your journey.
Yeah. Those are straight words of wisdom right there. Words of wisdom. Words to live by too, man, because that's the way I love it. You know, it's just this is my journey. This is what I'm doing, and you know what? It feels good every day. Is a beautiful day to be alive, and that's just what matters to me right now. So you know, and I'm trying to stay positive every day. I've been eliminating things out of my life. Like I was watching a thing, and it was a guy that was getting critical about the police, and then it started going into videos where the police were beating the heck out of people, and I'm like, I don't need to watch this. Turn it off. You know what I mean? Anything that's stupid that might put me in a bad mood. No more. Like it's gone. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna get mad and yell at my phone. You know, and nobody. If the CIA is listening, that's fine. You know, but other than that, it's not helping anything. Whereas if I find when people yell, if you approach somebody and you go, "No, I didn't know that. Could you tell me how you know that?" You're gonna disarm them instead of yelling back. They expect you to just fire back at them. And if you go, whoa, wait, you know what? I so didn't know that. And really, could you take 10 minutes out of your day to help me understand your perspective? And all of a sudden they're like, oh, wait, this is a human being here. Oh, okay, this person wants to be treated like a human being. So they're being nice now. And that takes an argument to two people who were once standing on one side of the fence. Now they're sitting together having a cup of coffee and exploring their views. And I take that just by also you use that when you're using the spirit box. You can run into a malevolent spirit that's angry or whatever. And like you were saying, if you write your sessions down and names that you encounter and things like that, you kind of have a running narrative with the box and the spirits that you talk to. So instead of this spirit going F you the first couple of times, eventually that spirit's finally going to open up to you, maybe. You know what I mean? And then you open a dialogue. And then I think that's just a precious thing, because what we're able to do as ITC researchers is touch the other side. And that's something that brought us all here in the first place, was what's going on over there. What is life after death? What is all this stuff? And now we have these boxes, these radios, these wonderful things that can give us all sorts of beautiful evidence. And some of it's not nice, some of it is, and a lot of the people want the not nice stuff. They want to hear demons. They want to hear that. And then you have the rest of the people that are more on the, you know what, I want to hear some positivity. I want to make a difference. And some people think they're making a difference with all the negativity and asking to be possessed and stuff. Whereas if you learn, and you're going to keep some of those other negative guys at bay. But if you ask about that, you're going to bring on negativity, and you're going to end up hurting yourself. And I've seen cases of that just in the short time that I've been on YouTube. So well,
you'll notice with every single one of my sessions, especially, you know, I've got the demons, the devils, the Beezles, the Beelzebubs, but you'll notice I'm some I do actually hear real time, not all, but I ignore it. I don't react to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a question in the chat, and it is coming from the Dream Girl, but I wanted to get some answers to. She's saying what she's scared of is not being protected from the evil. Or what steps can someone take to protect themselves against something like that? Anybody?
Well, if you're a religious person, do there's the, which prayer is it? I think it's the Archangel Michael prayer before you start doing a session, or just pray to God.
Yeah.
I'm not a religious person myself, but I generally wear crystals. I don't actually have them near me. I normally have, I have on constantly a tree of life anyway.
I would say whatever your higher power is, whether you believe in God or whatever.
You know, you can, if you have family members in spirit, ask them for protection while you're doing it. Ask your spirit guides, because everybody has spirit guides. You know, it doesn't matter whether you're a skeptic, a healthy skeptic, a believer. Everybody has spirit guides.
Yeah.
So ask them for protection. You can use crystals for protection as well. And I know what a lot of people do as well after they finish conducting their session. They may sage with me. The spirits know when I'm closing down a session, because I always count down from 5 to 1, so they know that I'm closing off the session. Some people sage after each session. So there's lots of different ways. There's lots of different things there to help if you want to say boost the protection, because protection is there.
Yeah. I always too like to be clear with my intentions, so I'll just tell the spirits and that are in the home. I'll just say whatever is here. You don't have the permission to use my energy, jump my body, all that kind of stuff. And you just be clear with them. And I find that generally the spirits will respect you if you're clear and you're firm. You don't have to yell, none of that. You're just clear and you're firm with your intentions and that you want to speak. And if they want to, they're more than welcome to come through and speak. And when you're done the session too, it's like, guys, it's time to go. All you guys need to go back to where you came from. And then the closing down, I'm actually going to take that, the closing down the session, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Actually, that's really good. I usually try to get
spirit knows, but I have regular contact with Angel Anna, and the ones that don't know who Angel Anna is Ian, with the spirit that Mortis speaks to. Well, Ian and Angel Anna are one and the same.
Okay.
Yeah, this is if you look up Inanna, it's sort of male, female. It's a fallen angel.
Okay.
Time Lord knows Angel Anna quite well, as well, and she's almost always around when I do a session. That's why you'll hear me in every single session. Anna, if you're there, can you go, love you? And she'll say love or love you or coming here. This is all the traits from Angel Anna. So, and she says things in a very specific way. So then I know, okay, she is there. She has been on other people's sessions. If I've been on their live stream, sort of in the chat, she's actually come through on their sessions. It's actually happened on Anthony's streams quite a few times. I know Glenn has Anna. That comes through as well, but she's very distinct and very specific, and the things that she does is very specific, so you know exactly that it's her.
It's kind of like a harmonic, isn't
it? Plus other stuff. Other stuff. But spirit knows if I'm not doing it. I never do a session without the camera. When that camera is on is when I am doing a session. When that camera is off, I do not touch my boxes. Well, apart from cleaning them, but I don't turn them on. And spirit knows, do what you want in here. Just don't come into my physical space, and do not disturb me when I'm sleeping. And do not frighten my rabbit. That is the only rules that I have. It's like, I don't know if you've seen it, the noises from the kitchen video. They can do that all day long if they want, or like they did the other year, threw a book off my bookcase and I'm sitting here on the sofa. They can do anything like that they want. I've had stuff like that. I can sit in the kitchen and the kettle will move quite often.
Wow.
But it's like, okay. You're there. Okay. It's them. I got to say what categorically, my place is not haunted. It is not haunted. It's just that spirit likes to come and go. They'll come, say hello, make a racket, do what they got to do, and then they're gone again.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, my place isn't haunted, even though I've had like stuff happen here. So.
They just like to come and have a chat with you.
Yeah. It's like, make a racket. It's like, yeah, we're here, we're having a party. It's like when I originally heard back on the video that I uploaded recently. I'm like, well, they could have done the washing up. They could have made a cup of coffee for me at least. If they're gonna do stuff like that, at least make yourselves useful.
If only. Hello, spirits. I need someone to come clean my house, please.
Yeah.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, but I don't like it. Yeah, I don't like it if I put something down and turn around and then it's gone.
Yeah.
That winds me up, and I think some of the time I think that's actually my little sister. So I'm like, right, I'm going to go in the other room for 5 minutes, Leonie. Can you please put my whatever it is back? And I'll come back in about 5 minutes later, but it'll be somewhere else. It'll be put somewhere else. It won't be put back to where it was. It'll be somewhere else. And it's like, well,
it is so strange how that happens. You've looked in that one place already, and then you go back and look at it again. And
exactly.
It's so strange.
I get that here all the time. Here all the time.
And it's sometimes it just drives you crazy because you put something down literally 5 seconds before, and it's like you just turn around, you turn back, and it's like, I've just put it there. Where is it? Or it's sometimes it's like I know I've put something in a specific place, so I know where it is. So I go to go and get that specific item, and it's like, well, where is it? That's where I left it. That's where I always leave it.
Yep.
And it's somewhere else.
I even had times where it seems like the spirit could camouflage the item and make it look like it's not there, and I'm like sitting there, and then my girlfriend's like, "You're a moron. It's right there." And I look, and she's like, and I'm like, "I swore, it's really."
Yeah, you're just looking straight at it, but it's just as if it's like it's blanketed.
Yeah, it's gone. Yeah, and it's just like I'm going around the house harping for 5 minutes, and then I come back and it's right there, and I'm like, "Jeez, thank you." I just look up and I'm just like, "Thanks," I like go on with my day. I feel like an idiot. I think that's just him having a laugh.
I actually think it is spirit playing with us.
That's
because I know if I was spirit, obviously the day will come when I will be. But I think if I was spirit, that would be the type of thing I would do.
Yeah.
Oh, John. Well, John, Darlene says you're blind just like me.
But by the time it's over, like as soon as I'm in the porch or walking down the steps to the, just into the yard, I'm already laughing about it. So I know it's got to be Mr. Grant in here going, I knew I'd get you. You know what I mean? And it's like, okay, you got me. And I'm walking out of the house. I'm like, okay, you got me. I'm good now. And then he'll leave me alone. So that happens once in a while where he'll just get me worked up. And I think he just likes to listen to me yell. So
I think some of the things Spirit does, I think it is purely just to wind us up and to play jokes on us. Yep. I think if we all thought about it and were 100% completely honest with ourselves, we would do it too.
Yeah.
We would do it too, just to wind others up.
Yeah. Oh, it'd be a fun show to watch.
Exactly. You're seeing this person frantically trying to look for something, and you're like looking down or wherever you are, and you're just going.
Yeah, just clenching your ribs, laughing.
Well, you gotta wonder how long it takes for a spirit to develop the abilities, or to know that a spirit, that you have the ability to do something like that at the same time. So
I think it might quite possibly be like it is for here, like it is for when we're alive. So sometimes people pick things up quicker. Some people are quick learners, whereas others, they take a bit more time. And I think I think that could possibly run over into spirit as well. Some people are quicker to pick things up, and other people it takes a little bit more time.
Yep.
That could be. That could also be why some loved ones that have passed on are able to contact you a lot quicker than maybe some other loved ones.
Yeah.
I think it just really, really depends.
Reminds me of that old movie Bill Cosby was in, and we won't really talk about Bill Cosby himself, but the movie itself is Ghost Dad, where he's trying to move the nickel or the quarter, whatever it was, and he's just like he has to try like multiple times to do it, and I can imagine it being quite similar to that.
Yeah.
Where
I like that movie Ghost when the cigarette machine breaks and the ghost is inside the subway and he's like, just one drag, and he just wants that cigarette so bad.
Yeah. Yeah, remember that.
I remember that movie from when I was younger because my mom would sit there and watch it, and I'd go into the bedroom to try to play Nintendo, and she'd be like, crying Will you watch it, Ghost again? Well, yes, it's so beautiful. All right, enough Patrick Swayze. Time for Ninja Turtles.
Oh dear.
Kid, whatever. Yeah, I was pretty young. I'm only 33. I'm young still. So, but no, I think a lot of your ideas there and a lot of the way that you do things, I'm going to adopt a lot of that, especially like really going over.
Yeah,
things.
you just have to, it's just to really just try it, trial and error. And if something works for you, or you think something works for you, but you'd like to adapt it so it's a little bit more you, and so it just so some people might, you're copying that person. It's like, well, no, you're just trying out for yourself what works and what doesn't work.
Yeah, exactly.
Once you find what works for you. Yep. Stay with it if it works for you. If you think, well, I like that, but I just want to adapt it so it's a little bit more me.
Yep.
Then go ahead and do that. We're all learning at the end of the day. It's just it's just finding what's best for us. Just finding what's best for yourself.
Yeah. And if somebody wants to call you a copycat, I mean, honestly, what do they say? Imitation is the best, imitation is the most sincerest form of flattery. So, I mean, that's all I would have to say is if somebody's like, well, you're copying this person. It's like, well, imitation is the most sincerest form of
If
flattery.
it works for them and it works for me and it works for other people, then my God, it works.
Yeah, and in our community, we like to help each other as best we can. So I don't think anybody's going to be like, "You're copying me. I hate you for this." Maybe as a joke, but that's it. We all have a sense of humor. All of us who can take it, we've all got our sense of humor, and there's some people that they can't handle it, and so you just okay. But I mean, hey, if somebody wants to play a joke on me, I don't know.
Even if you go back to the box users after Barchi, they probably copied what Barchi did.
Yep.
And then, found out what worked for them and what didn't work for them, and then adapted anything as necessary.
Yeah.
And it's probably gone like that over the years as well. It's like the last 30 years with the Frank's box coming out, and people finding it anew, shall we say, doing ITC. So, and then again, you've got the first people using like the Frank's box and with the way that they do things, and then you get people copying, but then they find well, if they adapt it like this, it's going to work for them.
Yeah,
and it's just it's still the same cycle. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter who you are. Whether you're a beginner, whether you're a seasoned investigator, a lot of the things that we do are going to be very similar anyway.
Yeah.
Whether it be from the style of questioning, questions that we ask, whether it be how the way we start the session up, how we close down the session.
Yeah.
If it's if a few people tend to have the same familiar spirit, how you get the validation through. Some people could be the same spirit, but the way that they validate each person could be completely different. Or it could be the same spirit and they validate exactly the same for each person.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. At the end of the day, enjoy what you do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And we're here to put forward our own evidence, whether people believe it or not. Everybody's got their own opinion, and everybody's entitled to their own opinion, whether they believe it or not, or whether they think it's right or wrong.
Yeah.
As long as we respect each other's boundaries and don't go over those boundaries to and still be respectful. And if you see somebody that might need help, regardless what it is, if you are able to help, even if it's just giving them an hour of your time,
absolutely.
Then give them, if you've got that time there and you're able to, because at the end of the day, we're all in it for the same thing.
Yeah, that is true.
Basically. So.
Yeah, and there's no sense in arguing because we're not going to know the whole truth of everything until we're actually on that other side anyways. So.
Exactly. Yeah.
So just go with your heart and do what you think is right, and let others do the same. Basically, is my motto for that.
Yeah, I agree 100%.
Yep. You're very right, Mel. It shouldn't. No, the competition should be when you've got something and you want to give it away, or if you've got something and you want to pay it forward.
Yeah.
Then you can do a competition.
Yeah.
That's one thing I've never saw myself as competing or in a competition with anybody. The most sincere people that I know around here, there is no competition. There's no rush. It's just, dude, get it out there when you want. And, other than that, that's it. And the people were really genuine. Oh, crap.
Oh, did we lose him? You still there, John?
Yes, no.
Heard, oh crap, and then now we just got to steal a picture on there. I imagine he'll come back. Oh.
Yeah, he'll come straight back. Probably the phone went again. There he is.
Oh, there he is.
I keep having technical difficulties. I don't know why.
That's okay.
We all have them, John.
We
all
heard,
have
oh,
them.
crap, and then we're gone.
Shush, cheeky. Okay, Juju. Bye-bye. Sorry, that bang was actually cheeky. He's actually playing at the moment. Shush! He's got a teddy bear in his mouth. See?
So,
dear, oh dear. I don't know. Well, he's cheeky, being cheeky. Yep. Well, I was going to say, for me, I'm probably going to have to love you and leave you both because it's like 20 to 1 here in the morning.
It's late there, so yeah.
So I need to get some beauty sleep.
Alrighty.
Well, you don't really need it, but okay.
Oh, thank you. But it's been great talking with you both. Thank you so much for having me on. I've really enjoyed it.
Thank you so much for having me on.
I'm sorry I brought the dislikes with me.
That's okay.
I hope that they will change their minds and, put them into thumbs up for you. Because, you do deserve the thumbs up instead of the thumbs down. But
thank you so much.
Thanks, Sarah.
But thank you again for having me. I've really enjoyed it.
Yeah, thanks for stepping in. I really appreciate it.
This was awesome.
It was awesome.
All right, then, guys. You take care.
All right.
You too.
Bye. Bye. Oh, I can't get rid of there we go.
All right. So again, thanks so much, Zara, for joining us today. That was awesome having Zara on.
That was awesome.
Just someone who has a lot of knowledge and so generous of her to pass that on to us tonight.
Absolutely. As somebody that I've looked up to for a long time is Zara Hilton.
Yeah.
One of the people that gave me some great advice in the beginning too. So
yeah, you were talking about that just a couple of weeks ago. Now I was supposed to remind you this at the beginning of the show, but we were starting a little bit late. But you had something you want to say about art or something like that?
Oh yeah. What do you call it? I'm gonna get all that art out that everybody's expecting. I'm gonna go and take care of that because I have GST that needs to be back paid. And then so I called CRA just last week, and the lady told me everything's gonna get back paid when I get my next the quarterly payment on the 5th. Then I'm gonna get all that stuff sent out because I got stuff that's going to BC, I got stuff that's going to the States, I got stuff coming to you. So everybody, y'all gonna get your art. Candace B, Sharon G, you, Louis Fisk, and I think that's it. If not, just let me know. And I'll get all your information again. I think some might be going out to Scarling Ray. She said you wanted to buy some, but I just said no, it's not for sale. It's just I'll just send it to you. It's like my gift to you kind of thing. So it's not for sale. So I just give it to her for free, obviously.
Cool.
So yeah, I just want everybody know it's going to be getting out there. So it's just paying for stamps, and I'll have the extra money to do it. So that's will be able to do it now. So
yeah.
That's
beginning of June, so.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, it's just like Zara said, if you pay it forward, give things away, not, and I've just been so blessed to receive a lot of stuff from people that is just kind of my way of saying thank you and, sending something back. I mean, even with Steve, I'll probably send him something, I'll get his address and everything together because he sent me all that merch and everything, which I love. That's my new favorite mug. So, you know what I mean? I'm always using it. And I mean, it's just, I've been, Louis Fisk, bless him. He's given me so much. I think 2 boxes, speakers, everything. So, a mini Marshall. And, it's just like, it's the least I can do. He just asked for a couple of pictures of cats for his wife, so it's honestly the least I can do, It's just, I think he's been under the weather for a while. I need to get it. I haven't talked to him for quite a while either. So I need to call him or whatever on Hangouts and see how he's feeling and all that kind of stuff. Cause I'm starting to get a little worried about him, but just cause I haven't heard from him in a while. And usually he keeps in contact regular with me, but last he was talking, he said he just wasn't doing so well health-wise or something, and I'm not here to spread rumor or anything. It's not like the poor man has cancer or anything. He was just under the weather, so he just chill out, everybody. It's probably the flu, you know.
Yeah.
And but I mean, you know, again, that man's he's done so much for me and this community and a lot of members in the community as well. That you know, just a couple of cat pictures, you know, that's nothing. You know, I mean, really, it's not. And you know, if it's to make his wife happy and that brings a smile on his face, then you know what, like that's the least I can do. And you know, I just can't say enough nice stuff about the guy. So you
Yeah,
know,
it's beautiful art too there, John. Beautiful art.
yeah, thank you
From what
so
I've seen.
much. You know, it's something I try, and I enjoy it. It fills my time when I have nothing to do and stuff like that, and it kind of fills my brain. So, you know, that's why I love the podcast now, and then doing the Commandant stuff, and that's why we got the office set up, and then that's why she got me the Globe and everything too, is because I want to be
Oh,
writing
that's
up here.
cool.
But I
Right
think
on.
the Commandant really thinks the Globe will look really cool on his desk, and that way he'll be able to contribute cooler news fashionly wise when he does his op pieces there, the opinion pieces. It'll look a lot more profesh coming from a desk,
For
especially the
sure.
new way that you've got Marlee Paranormal Weekly going there with that Chromecast. I love it. It looks awesome. So
Well,
I
not
just think
Chromecast, just a green screen, but yeah, it.
yeah, green screen though, but still, it looks amazing, you know.
Thanks, man.
So it really does, and then so I think it'll look more profesh. So doing it from the desk, so we can set all that up and then film all that. And I've got the interview. I've got one takedown, but Hope said that she flubbed on a couple questions, so she didn't like the way she sounded. So we're gonna do it again, and yeah, it's finding time to do it too. So
That's cool. Nothing wrong with doing a retake.
exactly. I'm not on any time schedules except for with obviously Commandant's Corner, but I've already got that article half written. Oh, cripes.
Oh, we lost him again there. So we lost John again on the stream there. He's having some technical issues today with his internet, I guess. But yeah, he's got some great art there going on, and he's coming back now. There he is.
There I am. I don't know
Welcome
what's
back,
going
John.
on. I have no idea what's going on here. I just keep getting punted off.
Yeah, well, maybe we should just close out the stream, just since you're having so much technical difficulty. I think it's something that's going to be ongoing today for you.
Yeah.
So I just want to thank everybody for joining us in the chat. It was great having you here.
Thanks so much,
thanks
guys.
so much to, yeah, and thanks so much to Zara as well for coming on. Always have fun doing these, and we'll come back next week at some point for a little bit of a longer one.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, John. Well, thank you so much. And again, thank you, everybody. And we'll see you on the next.
Beyond the beyond, man. All right, I'm going to head off before I get kicked off again.
All right, John. Take it easy, man.
Peace out, brother. Talk to you soon.
Peace out. Find my cursor here and sign off. Take care, guys, and have a great night.